Hello everyone. Hello lads and lasses, how yous doing? Well, I thought I'd make a video, let yous know how I'm feeling and thinking, and you know how it goes. Right, I'm on the laptop as well, cause it's been a bit going on YouTube, hasn't it? Been a few lives with Mr. Conroy, I know. Calling is out all the time, man. He must understand by now that, well, it is what it is, isn't it? Can't let these daft things get in your head. Because it take, what am I doing? Oh, aye. So on Video Craig's podcast, live podcast, was alright. I enjoyed it. Video Craig's alright. How he runs his channel and what he puts on, it's doing to him. But he's been alright with me. And he's never been disrespectful to me on his channel or out like that. So I've got no problem with Video Craig at all. In fact, I got on his podcast again. Talk about loads of madness. Oh, he's live the other night at 1 o'clock in the morning. We're fighting trolls. What's going on with fighting trolls? I like the Welsh. I've been locked up with them. They're all right, the Welsh. They've always felt like allies to me. They're all a bit mad, like. But how we're fighting trolls. Stop getting drunk and stoned on YouTube, man. Them dead. Not if you're gonna go on like that and have to give apologies the next day and all that. I used to have to do that sort of stuff when I was 16. Get drunk and do mad things and have to apologise the next day or get my head kicked in, stuff like that. Aye. So I were fighting trolls. Sorted out, mate. Oh, aye, because it was mad that live, like, Video Craig took over Fighting Trolls podcast. It was quite funny watching it live, like, gotta see it. Aye. Aye. So who am I gonna see next? Oh, aye. Because Danny Christie come on the live, didn't he? Aye, that was great as well. But no, he's sticking up for his pal, so there's no wrong with that. He come on, stuck up for his pal, Paul Venice, with the Dr. Rock pull. He's not, aye, well, that's sorted now, isn't it? As far as I can gather. Bad behaviour getting on there. Even if it was, like you're saying, it was banter and all that. How man? You didn't bring autistic kids and all that into the situation. If you want to create a drama with someone, pick something else to create a drama with them. Not ripping off charities and shit like that when people are making money for charities and stuff and that, you know. He's an honest kid, him, man. There's better ways of making money than creating drama with autistic kids. That's all I can say on that matter. It's not very nice. Aye, so I went on Steve Rave's live, I enjoyed that one as well. I'm getting better at them because I am still nervous and stuff. you know, because they're all live and I cannot edit them and stuff like that, so I have to watch what I'm saying. Well, I have to think about what I'm saying because I got a responsibility, you see, with my background and my offending behaviour. People who've offended like me, right, or are still in prison, right? Now, how I behave outside directly reflects on the lads in the jail, you see. So I have to, I have to be alright, not just for my sake and my family's, but for the lads in the jail as well. I have to behave good for them, so them have got a good chance of getting out of that. Instead of behaving badly, causing a big heap of crap, and the lads in the jail get extra restrictions put on them getting out of prison. It's hard work, man. I'm not into that. I've got responsibilities on the out and on the in when it comes to all that, you see. That's why I can't run my mouth off and say loads of madness. You know, I don't, and really, it's better for my mental health that I didn't run my mouth off, that I didn't shout about things that I didn't know about. My last video with Davey on the land and with Paddy Conroy and all that, I'll find out the full crack about that. I was told that story years and years ago, and I remember it was that sort of crack that I was getting off this bloke. No, aye, it is what it is, but I'll find the full crack, who was on the landings at that time, and the full story about what went down with Paddy and Viv in Durham jail. Aye. So it is what it is. So aye, and I've got loads of stories. Loads. I've been out with the West End, taught a few of the lads, well, a couple of lads. Good kids here. I don't think they want to come on YouTube and talk and stuff and all that. But one of them in particular can help me with my story because I spent a canny bit of time with him and all that when I was, before I got left off and that, so, and talk about things. He was in the car when I was so allegedly, and I mean allegedly, I run out with a busy on at the top of Hugh Gardens in Benville in the West End in Newcastle. He was in the van with us, or the car, one of the two. Not too many details, Adam, and that. Old habits die hard. Aye. Looking for a drink. Oh, yes. That's the one. So who else have I been communicating with? Oh, yes. I talked to Jimmy Cranson. Well, not talk to him, but text him. I subscribed to his channel recently. He's canny. I don't know much about him because he's from Gateshead. He probably not know much about me because I'm from the West End, across the water. So, but I like him, and he's got an opinion. I think he's a good critical thinker, you know, and I think he's got an honest heart. I believe he has, and I think his opinions and his thoughts are valid. And if Paddy Conroy didn't like them, then that's Paddy Conroy's problem, innit? Because when I watch Jimmy's channel, I like his videos because it makes us feel a little nostalgic. You know, because there's not many characters like Jimmy about anymore. And that's the truth. They're dying out. He is old school and he speaks from the heart. And I think because he's a critical thinker as well, that's why Paddy Conroy didn't like him. Start saying stupid things, daft sort. But Jimmy's alright, and he's not gonna agree with you just for the sake of agreeing with you. So I'll leave it at that. But subscribe to Jimmy's channel in any case. Honestly, lasses, he's canny, and he does know the score. And you get that feel from him, that he's still got that old school thing around him, and it's great, because he's not a criminal, is he? He's just old school. Aye. So what else have I been doing? I watched Paddy's live last night. With Tony Burkett and Paul Ellis. Both, I don't know. I've not said nothing about Paul Ellis. I've not said nothing about Tony Burkett. So I don't know why, if they've got a problem with me, I'm quite entitled to say what I gotta say, right? Especially when I was being manipulated, right, into bearing false witness in a really serious case. However, man, someone trying to manipulate you to doing something like that. How can you have what sort of boundaries are going on there in that relationship and all that? You can't function properly around people who are trying to do that to you. So you two got absolutely no reason to be mentioning me and all that shit. I've been watching your lives lately, and they're alright. A lot of people seem to like them. Well, Dark Bots has got aye. he's whipping things up a bit, Dark Bots. All this bloody YouTube craziness. It's absolutely mad. Aye. So Paddy trying to destroy me life. Calling us loads of names. Hoping people are gonna believe the shit. Hoping he's trying to attack me personal relationships and everything. Calling us names like that. What a horrible, horrible thing to do when you know it's complete bullshit. I never ever informed, and especially on you, Paddy. But you turned out to be somebody who you're not. When you got it because you could have done a lot better than what you done. But you never had the arse. I like having the YouTube thing up in front of us. Maybe it's had jog me memory. Who's a Carl again? He's brilliant. Living in London. What about living in London, folks? Do you like him? I like him. I think he's canny. I've been watching him since his press conference and he got knocked out. Right? And I think, it didn't look very good after that, but I don't know, 3D seemed to, I don't know, there's stuff going on with the wages and all that, I don't know. But living in London's made his peace with them, which is good. And I've been watching him since there, since he, like I say, his press conference with Ben Hatchett and Ditchy. Aye. That Ben Hatchett's a wild one, I gotta say. Aye. I can imagine the environment he's been locked up in, and I can empathise with him, I really can. Because I've been in a similar environment when I was in that Durham Jail Hospital. The people I had runners in there, oh, I tell you. But he had it on a bigger scale. And for a lot longer than me. I had it for about a year and a half or something. Till I got moved to Scrubs and moved to Durham. Aye. Aye, but I do like living in London. He does piss people off. He has got an opinion. And I wouldn't like him having a go at me, but I reckon I could take it on the chin, brother. And I do like him, and I've given him a shout out because I like him. And you should subscribe to his channel. He's another one you should subscribe to. Him and Jimmy Cranston. Living in London, Jimmy Cranston. Aye. And then there's who was it? It's Yami B. This bloke knows that if you want to know about prison and the cat prisons and stuff and all that, different environment of what I was used to in the prison. When it kicks off, it kicks off. He's got some great stories, and the politics on the landing and the etiquette, the high etiquette on them landings would have kept your head right in the jail, you see. Loads of stuff going on Yami's channel. Great prison stories, great recovery. I think he's doing great in his recovery. Oh, I like the recovery thing. I'm not a member of the recovery community or out like that. I have been to meetings and stuff and that in Newcastle, and I tell you, like, I learned the 12 steps in Durham prison, and they were good. They really give me good insight into drug addiction, and what's going on for us there when I take drugs and stuff, and how I'm an addict, and I can't say no. I think, I do like my big book. I haven't read it for a while. I'm going to start reading it again. But the thing that I always stays in my mind, that I think about regularly when I think about the big book, right, is the doctor's opinion. The doctor's opinion. Because I remember reading the doctor's opinion for the first ever time in my cell, in my damper, in Durham, in a desperate state in my head. And it really gave us hope that I could tackle my addiction problems. It gave us that strength where it was I could really start getting the grips emotionally with my addiction and understand it properly, which lined us up for step one. I studied all the steps, and the whole is in good stead. I keep away from drugs. Unlike some who struggle. Aye. But I do like Yami B. I like watching him. It's positivity on his channel. All positivity. There's no conflict with, like, these YouTube crap that's going on up this northeast and all that. There's none of that shit going on with him. He's alright. So who else have I been looking at? Oh, Anne. Bless. How could I forget about Anne? Anne Dragain. She's a belter. I like watching her. I love watching her. She's great fun. Uh, you know, when I'm a bit unsure about what's going on and that, you know, I just watch a bit of Anne, and she helps. She, you know, especially with what's been going on with Pad and all that, you know, and how she sees things, because she sees things from a different angle to me. You know, she's like in Liverpool and lived a legit life, and you know, she's done all right. I've lived the complete opposite life, you know. So I like other people's points of view, and she is a great critical thinker, and she's got a great moral compass, which what makes her good to watch. Aye, I'm loving it. Aye, just get liking some stuff back. Oh, aye. Some comments I didn't get straight away, and sometimes I didn't see them, and so I haven't answered your comments, like them or anything like that, because I do love all the comments, and love and like them and that, you know, because there's some great, some of the comments have been great, uh, some of them negative, some of them, you know, abusive. It's all right. I just delete them. If it's a bad psychology, I delete it. If I think there's bad psychology behind that question, or you know that it's just totally bad psychology, I just delete it, because I don't want that. Even though it is what it is. So I and sometimes I'll reply, and sometimes people are write a canny bit, and you know, I like it, love it, and I didn't reply. I apologise for that. That just caused me heat's full of stuff. That's all, you know. But I appreciate every positive comment that I've had on my channel, and thank you to all the subscribers. You're so brilliant for subscribing. I hope I can bring you good content. You know, more myself, because that's what my channel's all about, really, innit? Myself. I try to keep it that way. Right. Let's see what's going on. Going on the home page. Anything. Right. So we've got. Oh. Dean Lynch Ward backs out of Decker fight. 1 hour ago. The Boxing Inquirer. Don't know if that's official. Oh well, it is what it is, isn't it? Everyone, I'm back. I had to go away and sort out my dog. My lurcher's in heat, you see, and I had to get out the house and that, you know, so, and I had to sit with her because my dog said I couldn't look after her properly, so I had to sit with her for a few hours every day and walk. I make sure she gets walked, so it takes us a while to get back and forth from there, so it's alright. But where was I? I was just finishing up on what was going on with Decker and Dean. They were calling each other out, weren't they? Well, Decker's calling. So, Decker, this is the day, because that video's off from 2 days ago now. Well, yesterday. So, it'll not going up tomorrow. Well, this is what Decker put on the day. Here's a look.
How are you doing, everybody? My name's Decker Heggie from the official All or Nothing podcast, and this message is to Dean Lynch Ward. Right, listen, I've made a couple of videos on this matter, this will be my last video on this matter, because June 18th, I'm knocking your teeth in. Simple as that. But I'll tell you what it is, right? I'm going to leave this to you, right? I'm letting you choose. So you're saying there's going to be no fair play, right? So what I'm thinking is, why don't we have a dirty go then? Headbutts, elbows, hey, that's right down my street, pal. The thing is, people see me in a bare knuckle fight and see me with the fists only. Different gravy on the street, mate. So you're saying that there's going to be no fair play. If you think you could beat me in a street fight, you're deluded. You'd have a better chance with me in a normal bare knuckle fight. On the cobbles, mate, that's my forte. On the cobbles, headbutts, elbows, you name it. The thing is, Dino, right, like I say, I've exposed you for being a wannabe, okay? Now it's up to you. The thing is, you could get your credibility back by actually having a fight with me and being fair, okay? Just be fair, be a man, right? When a man gives his word, you stick by your word. I'm not a travelling man, I'm a gorgeous man, but I respect the travelling community because they're all proper fighting men. With you, you're making a mockery of yourself, okay? The best way you could turn all this around in, and listen, I've seen everyone's against you, but like I say, the way you could turn this round is actually turning up on June 18th and having a good old scrap with me. But if you don't want a fair go, we'll have a dirty go and we'll have an all in, right? So I'm going to leave that to you, Dean. It's either a fair go or a dirty go, whatever you want, because you're getting it on June 18th. I am turning up there with a fair play man and a cameraman, and I couldn't give a fuck how many people you bring. I'll be there with just 2 men because I'm a man. And I stand by my morals and I stand by my word. And when I say I'm going to turn up, I turn up. That's the bottom line, okay? Dirty go, fair go, is down to you, Dean. It's down to you. The way you want it, I'll give you it, okay? At the end of the day, you called me out. I accepted the call out. Now we get it on. No more talk, no more bollocks. See you June 18th. Get up there. Come on. How are you doing, everyone?
That's getting out of hand, isn't it? Well, or is it? I start laughing because I think that bringing up the interest, that turning up the interest now, you know, they're creating interest. Will Dean show up, all this stuff and all that. It's crazy, man. You know, get the conflict going. Crazy. Aye, well, I just cannot believe it. It's gone this far, and I wonder how it's going to sort itself out, or it's just going to go on forever and ever. But I think this is all about getting everybody interested in these 2 blokes fighting, and I guess we'll just wait and see what happens. Right, so what was I looking at? Right. No. The shorts. Right. On me last live with Steve Rafe, Anne and Lee had a bit of a doings, you know, and this is what I think Lee's trying to talk about when he's bringing stuff up, you know. He's trying, and because I think he's a Jordan Peterson guy, and this is the kind of stuff I like him as well. So this is the kind of stuff he comes up with.
On average, you're getting paid 9% less than a man. That's not fair, is it?
It depends on why it's happening. I can give you an example. Okay, there's a personality trait known as agreeableness. Agreeable people are compassionate and polite. And agreeable people get paid less than less agreeable people for the same job. Women are more agreeable than men.
Again, a vast generalisation. Some
It's not
women
a
are not more
generalization.
agreeable than
yes,
men.
that's true, but that's right. And some women get paid more than men.
So you were saying that by and large, women are too agreeable to get the pay rises they deserve.
No, I'm saying that that's one component of a multivariate equation that predicts salary. It accounts for maybe 5% of the variance, something like that.
So surely
you
the
need about
answer-
we needed about another 18 factors, one of which is gender. And there is prejudice, there's no doubt about that, but it accounts for a much smaller proportion of the variance in the pay gap than the radical feminists claim.
So that's Jordan Peterson. He's good. I'll tell you another one of his savage comebacks.
Racism is so American that if you challenge racism, you look like you're challenging America. We are challenging inequality. We are challenging the refusal to see me as an individual. When we overcome that, have at it, we're all on equal
No,
plane.
so let's assume for a moment that I've benefited from my white privilege. Okay, so let's assume that. That's
a good
fine.
assumption. That's
yeah,
a good
well, that's
assumption.
what you would say.
It's good precise.
To what degree is my present level of attainment or achievement a consequence of my white privilege? And I don't mean sort of. I mean, do you mean 5%? Do you mean 15%? Do you mean 25%? Do you mean 75%? And what do you propose I do about it? How about a tax? How about a tax that's like specialized for me so that I can account for my damn privilege,
You're
so that I
talking
can
great
stop
shit right
hearing
now.
about it?
Let's put that other one on as well.
But it seemed to me, as I delved into it, that the proper solution to that was to live properly as an individual, because you're more powerful than you think. Way more powerful than you think. I mean, God only knows what you are in the final analysis. You're blind to your own weaknesses, but you're also blind to your own strengths. And so then I think, well, if you got your act together, it'd be better for you, and instantly it would be better for your family, assuming they wanted you to get your act together, and not everyone does, and then it would be better for the community. It's like, how far could you take that? If you stopped wasting time, and if you stopped lying, and if you oriented yourself to the highest possible good that you could conceive of, and you committed to that, how much good could you do? Well, I would say, why don't you find out? So that's what I think you should do. You should find out. You don't have anything better to do. And there's nothing in it, as far as I've been able to tell, there's nothing in it but good.
It would be rewarding.
Racism is so American that if you challenge racism,
Aye. So that's what I think Lee likes them sort of conversations, and they're hard to have, the sensible conversations like that around them sorts of issues without sounding bloody daft and all that. So you gotta I'll talk about stuff like that, like if they want me on the next News of the World, talk about white privilege and stuff like that. That's going on in America and stuff like that. Is it coming over to the UK? I don't think it is. Like, I don't see any of that stuff happening in the UK. I think we seem to be immune from all that at the minute. So, and long may it continue. I'm not saying there's not racism in society, because there is, but I didn't see it run me. And if I do, I'll say something about it. But we'll see, see people want to talk about stuff like that. Because I'm a strong believer, right, that I could be considered white privilege just because of the colour of my skin, and I come from a white privilege background, just simply because of the colour of my skin. And that if I don't accept that, I'm somehow racist, and that's what's they're talking about with this white privilege thing, as far as I can gather. And it sits uncomfortable with me, because I don't feel like I've come from a privileged background. No. Well, never mind. Right, I'm going to end that now. I'm going to get back to you soon. So, hope you enjoyed this video, folks. like and subscribe to my channel, and look after yourselves. Until I see you next.
You don't know what you could do, what you can.